Hello, today I will be talking about movie review number 1048. This is The Bikeriders. The Bikeriders is a 2024 movie that is directed by Jeff Nichols. Nichols. So, this is from Footage Features and Regency Enterprises, and I saw this movie on July 4th, 2024 at Conway's Trail Cinema 7 in Lebanon, Ohio. I saw this on Independence Day, and I thought it was a pretty good movie. So, The Bike Riders is based on a true story, and this movie probably takes place, well, it kind of goes from a decade, from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, and it captures a rebellious time in America where culture and people were changing. After a chance encounter at a local bar, strong-willed Kathy is interested as trivially drawn to Benny, the newest member of Midwestern Motorcycle Club. The Fandles led by the energetic Johnny. So Johnny, played by Tom Hardy in the film, decides to form a Midwestern Motorcycle Club, known as the Fandles. And so many other people join the club, including newcomer Benny, portrayed by Austin Butler in the film. And in this film, Kathy, he was played by Jodie Comer, goes into a bar one day and meets Benny. And even though she isn't quite sure about Benny at first, later on she starts to become more comfortable around Benny, and they decide to form a relationship that will eventually lead to marriage. Much like the country around it, over time, this motorcycle club begins to evolve, transforming from a gathering place for local outsiders, and it turns into a dangerous underworld of violence. And this forces Benny to choose between his love for Kathy and also his loyalty to the club. So, this movie deals with a Midwestern motorcycle club that is led by Johnny in the film. And this movie is over the course of a decade, from the beginning of the film to the ending of the film. And so the Fandors decided to form their own club, led by Johnny, and the main purpose of this club is to hang out, talk about stuff like motorcycles, and and then look out for each other. And even though they might sometimes do things that may not be in the best interest of everybody, they kind of have some stuff at bay. They kind of keep some stuff at bay most of the time. Well, when we get to the later part of the movie, more people start to join, especially like the younger generation, and because of that, the club is transformed into a sinister gang, and it threatens the original group's way of life. And Benny is like, is that who we are now? Because at first, this club, the Fandors, was just used to be a club where people can just hang out and do some other stuff. But it wasn't really more. Well, it wasn't really. I wouldn't say it was like a 100% good thing, but I would say it wasn't like a sinister. It wasn't like anything sinister or threatening. Most of it. But then it does turn into a sinister game later on in the movie when a lot of young people start to join in, and it threatens the original group's way of life as drugs and sex become more involved, and Benny has to choose between his love for Kathy, but also his loyalty to the club. But as the club starts getting more dangerous, Benny realizes that he needs to make a choice because this choice could get him or someone else killed. because this club is now more dangerous than it ever was. It wasn't as dangerous, I would say, when Johnny took over. I mean, there might have been some parts where they did stuff that wasn't exactly lawful, but for the most part, they kind of kept things at bay. Unfortunately, though, that wasn't the case in the second part of the movie, and this leads to more violence, especially with Benny and his family. So I thought it was a pretty good movie. So I want to point out a couple of things. First of all, I don't know how many scenes, but some of the movie was filmed in Cincinnati, and I do remember seeing shots of Cincinnati in the movie, and I thought it was a pretty cool to see. Second of all, this movie was originally supposed to be released last December, but they delayed it due to the strikes last year. Also, this movie was supposed to be released under 20th Century Studios, but after they delayed the film, Regency Enterprises decided to look for a new studio to distribute the film, and Footage Features won the rights. In, I thought it was pretty neat since Footage Features and Regency Enterprises don't really do a lot of collaborations together other than the Northman. But yeah, this was a pretty good movie, and it's based on a true story. Because there was a person from a magazine article that has actually documents things that he's heard from several of the club members, including Kathy. And yeah, it was pretty good. So that's my movie review of the Bikeriders. Please enjoy from this movie review. Alright, goodbye.